My name's Rhapsody and welcome back to a very tense moment here in Disco Elysium. I have brought us back to exactly this role, which we will remake and then live with the circumstances of. It's still at 83. Okay. She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. What options? You know. Maybe I can still talk her out of it? This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives. Please, put your hands up. Just walk away. She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Gratitude. Down. She's still ready to go. Her neck and shoulders relax and her grip on the gun loosens. You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go. Day of miracles, she says, pulling the gun out of her mouth, eyes fixed on you. Then she turns her gaze towards the tunnel behind you. I'll take it. She runs past you, then past the lieutenant and disappears in the darkness of the tunnel. Good call. The lieutenant is still unsteady on his feet. I did my best. I would have done the same. He has to catch his breath. Had I not been incapacitated. I think she didn't do it. He looks around, then points to the back of the cabin. Her tent. We should check it out. Okay. Start with this. Drumming for +3 health. Cooking utensils. She's preparing herself porridge with bananas. I could porridge with bananas myself. Alright. Take a look at that. Dark water trails into the distance. There's no way out. The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. Look inside. The tent looks old but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Look at the books. Assorted softcovers, mainly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiasts magazines. The lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder. See anything? Sift through the magazines. Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More technological digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook. A notebook. Take it. You pocket the worn brown leather note journal. A trusted friend left behind. We should do this, like, immediately. Like, right now. Alright. Whatever you say, bud. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler. A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. Examine the cover. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously. Unwind the strap, move on. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. Study the handwriting. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Flip through the pages. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated. It's good she left in early. We could learn a lot from this. What kind of logistics? Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions. There could be useful information about local operations in these notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish it. What are these diagrams of? Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor. Sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape. Anything personal? Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass time on the road. Also what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. How far back do the entries go? The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. What did she write the day Lely died? Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though. Well, that's bound to come and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. Except... yeah, but that's another matter entirely. She's referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? Anything about La Puta Madre? The name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M though. La Puta Madre? M is mentioned on March 9th and 15th. Read the entry from 9th first. Great. M's peony is coming to town. No doubt to investigate the lynching, but also, I feel it in my gut to put a bullet in my head. While I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck while constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Were you supposed to find her? Even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like that. This is a mistake. You didn't follow through. You could have shot her in the head. This is a coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss. The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking your hands. Read the entry from March 12th. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example, but experience tells me. Did M truly feel betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. What's the most recent entry? The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime. Even if I'm not accused of murder on top of it. Forever on the run? Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning. The lieutenant taps on the page. It looks like she might have been framed. That would be a first or fourth, but who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed. If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good we didn't catch her? I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. He frowns. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us. Especially if she has problems with Madre. Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent? He looks you straight in the eye for a moment and then sighs. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. He truly doesn't believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it. Then who do you think killed the merc? Could have been Titus. Then again, he pauses to think. But no one heard the shot. T-Man wouldn't fuck me over was one of them. Maybe there's a hottie boy who we've yet to meet who acted to his accomplice. Anyway, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing we know for certain. We have business back in the Welling and Rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it. Let's do it. Do it to it. There's nothing I can do with that. Yeah, that makes sense. Well. Oh, hang on. Brighton, now is the time. Time for what? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. It feels like the tire is rubbing itself against your chest like a cat in heat. First, the spirits. The blue medicinal spirits. Grab the bottle and uncork it. It's time to unleash the other world. Wait, right now? Ruby's gone. I don't really think there's anything to celebrate here. Hush, hush, Brighton. Now it is not time to celebrate. Now it's time to get ready. Trust me on this. This is what it's all been building towards. It's gonna be off the hook. Off all hooks. You know what? I'm done with this crazy necktie talk and bullshit. But Britain, no. Please uncork it. I can make it good again. Necktie, you and I are done, both professionally and as friends. Be gone. The lifeless necktie looks like a colorful intestine of some dead animal. Oily, alien, and otherwise disgusting. What What could have driven a man to wear something repulsive as that around his neck? Seems like you'll never learn the answer to that question. And it's gone. All right. The fantastical flights of fancy aren't like a huge part of our character. And in fact, like, we already quit drinking as part of our like character development over the course of this series. So, yeah, I'm fine not wearing that. Let's get Inland Empire and +1 to Volition as well. Wear that bolo tie. Or just this for paint. No, paint threshold. That's fine. Okay. Well, I'm glad that the second time we rolled that, I know, yeah, we had to roll it multiple times. I'm aware. But, like, it's the roll that effectively made my character quit, basically. Because I felt like it was mostly in character at that point with Harry having as many doubts about the Force as he did, and also in that point believing that he'd forgotten that he was a Puta Madre agent, just quitting the job. All right. So what do we do now? Return to the Pearling and Wags. Yeah, that'll work. She says I'm a notoriously corrupt cop. Call my station to find out more if you dare. I think I have to. So let's call the station on the way to the Whirling and Rags. I was kind of expecting that to be like the final confrontation. But what's a murder mystery if you know the answer, you know, halfway through? Classia put her up to it. That's interesting. Classia didn't tell me that. In fact, I think she might have said... No, Titus said the complete opposite. Classia didn't say anything about it, I don't think. Hang on. Stop. Now. It's time. What? Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul. What am I supposed to do? Arm yourself with anything you can. Unless you have nothing. Because you didn't find your lost gun? Then just walk to your death. I can talk you out of it, whatever it is. You're too likable to die. Don't worry. I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead. The lieutenant frowns. Then you better get ready, he says, then quickly adds, whatever happens, I've got your back. Uh-oh.
I'm all out of shit to give, Loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your goddamn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through, all right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, Loincloth shit fuck.
This is the scab leader. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. Kim, what's going on here? Shh. The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
She sounds very sure of herself.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fella?
If I click space, I'm pretty sure Titus is getting shot in the head.
Peaceful?
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity, like a little wild mouse.
The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck. There are 3 of them. I was hoping there would be less.
The lieutenant points towards the helmeted figure. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
The big one is the damn scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Sound strategy. He's the leader. Let's walk away for now.
No, we have to step in. This is not going to end well if we don't.
I just wanted to change my clothes. Stop! This is the police! Get between them.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward. I think he calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire. No, he's calming down. I can talk to him. You can't think that way now. This is serious.
Big fuck!
The voice from beneath the helmet interrupts your own thoughts. You can only make out the last word. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract, and as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around. Peace. Always peace. It's worked so far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please. Rhetoric. Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Their employer would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You have only time for one argument. Choose widely. I don't think they care about the illegal tribunal. The main guy is clearly the obvious leader. You know what? No, they might care about tribunal. Like, they... Yeah. Does your employer give you the right to conduct tribunal? Pops, he says, looking at your saggy sideburns. They seem to calm him down for a second. You have no idea about the rights Cornell extends to us. I don't care. It's not to kill civilians and local law enforcement officers. If I fucking kill you, hang you on that streetlight, he points to it, by your shit pipes, that's called a necessary display of force. No one's gonna give a shit about dead loincloths. He snorts. That's reality. Okay? It's not much, but he's thinking about something else. His hand is off the gun. This did something. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out. Listen, they didn't do it. Yeah? Who did then? I need a little time to figure it out. Time. You had time to fuck around to that church. She points over the water. Chase some dumb drug trader. I saw you. Time is up, loincloth. Give me your name now. It was someone else. Someone who isn't here right now. How fucking convenient. He gives you a drunken stare and then puts his hand on the gun. His fingers are twitching. There's a draw reflex. He's about to draw. The shot was from great distance. A sniper did it. You think I'm stupid, cop? There's a dangerous gleam in his eye. What if I just shot one of your pals right here now, huh? He points his gun at Elizabeth. How about the kid? Tell me it was a magic fucking sniper one more time. Listen, please. She raises both hands. This cop when drumhead court martial wouldn't decide to... Think he's gonna do it. Think, why doesn't he believe me? Thank heck. The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said, we took him out and back and hanged him. He said it out loud in a public place. Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me. You're lying. DePaul heard it. He doesn't move the weapon. You heard wrong, the lieutenant shouts. She and his men, they have been helping us find the shooter. The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen. Fucking liars. He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun. The shot rings in your ears, a low tinny ring, then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of glass window behind her. The man looks at his revolver and smiles. I missed. You know what I heard, Scotty? The radio operator looks at him. That's what they said. They killed him. They said it was a good way to end Sunday night. That's not her voice. I've lost her voice, but it's fine. That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there'll be another shot. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. Yeah, so what? Your judgment's impaired. You'll regret this. Nah. He wipes his sweat from his brow. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier. Enough already. What is this? The woman's voice is furious. We didn't come here to fucking chat. Interrupt me again and I'll execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal. The outburst is accompanied by yellowish saliva around his mouth. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this. You think I care what the company cunt thinks? He laughs. It's a hollow laughter. He isn't boasting. He really doesn't care. Back out of this now or it'll get bad. That's a legendary success in empathy. Okay, let me just say one thing. Change the topic. Fucking where's this fuck? The woman squawks. Where's Glacia? She can explain this. Who the fuck is that? Glacia? Glacia? The woman upstairs? Where is she? She left! The manager calls down from the balcony. Unharmed, hunched, but keeping it together. God, what the hell are you doing here? What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire. He points to the armored figures. Do you know how much windows cost? What do you mean she left? She left. Her room's cleaned out right before these assholes showed up. We should have arrested her, the lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries. You can feel how upset he is with himself, just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment. Hey, Bushman! The veins on the man's neck expand as he yells. Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one. She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this. Talk about the hanged man. Failed, of course. Of course, nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it. Doesn't seem stable at all. Even better, it'll further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe even lives. I feel like I got to know your dead friend during our investigation. You don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth! He squeezes the words out from clamped lips, his hand on the pistol. Okay, yes, immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion very carefully. Why did I not find my lost gun? Just stand there. What's that, Loincloth? I can't hear you. Sounds like you got your mouth full of dick. Red. Shit. This is it. Tell him anything. Tell him you have more information. Kill me and you'll never find out who killed your brother. I've been withholding information. Red. The man looks to his right. Kill him. The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of his rifle sways slowly. It's an Ista AR FA7, built for taking out light armored machines. It will devastate you. Dodge the shot. I fail. The shot rings out and you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force. A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder. The pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock. A grim knowing rises from within. Half your body must be gone. The lieutenant aims, face pale. Without tremble, he quietly utters, "Guts, please." He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. He has to. The rifleman will fire at you again. Then, 2 shots ring out and you hear a scream, but you're too hurt to see who got hit. Who screams? Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out! You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and the panic. And a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. The man squeezes the trigger. 3% chance to evade that shot. You are kidding me! I almost got it! You can't. There's no time. Something in your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. It goes dark, a distant blur as you recede into it. Listen, through the darkness and pain. The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone's running over to you. Jumping over you, rather. In the background, you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain, a familiar sound. It's Titus. With a splat like meat, you hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle. He's not gonna make it. Touch your lower body. Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what's happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you've got. What parts of me are missing? Most of what's down there. Oh God. It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No, it's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway. Open my eyes. What do I see? Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them, like a hellish play. Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. You're bleeding out. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always there. Stay with me. You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. Please call her, Kim. She won't listen to me. Yes, keep talking. The lieutenant pushes down onto your wound hard. Do you hear me? Stay awake. But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy and the sounds become more distant. A cold comes over you. Kim, too, is somewhere far away. Almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Oh, God damn it. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. No, Kim! No, you scream. Behind you! From your bloody lips. Your eyes are full of fear. There's no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure too is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world fall into darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me get back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, washing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There's a radio in the distance. A radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium! Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Cupri Kinema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Thank heck that Kim is okay. You see Kim's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain. Kim. Sunrise, Barabellum. The lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room, with a fan over his head like a halo, his face covered in bruises. This room hasn't been trashed, or it's been fixed. The room, it's clean. Mr. God cleaned it. It took him an entire day. How long have I been out? 2 days. In and out. You've been up you've been up enough to take Drumian and Cass and drink water. What did you say? Sunrise Parabellum? Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise. Prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. And he said it to me. He's a moralist, but he said it. I sincerely, really, really love Kim. Is it water day? He looks out the window. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I'm relieved to say. I think we may have held it off. For now. He unzips his bomber jacket. Barely. Good. That was a achievement. The world's most laughable centrist. Defend the political center 7 times. Really? When did I do that? Saying good was that? Yes. We have also failed completely, but that's okay. What happened? What's happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The Major gave the commands. What happened then? As retaliation, as their rifleman shot you, he hit. With his carabine, I was looking for a clear line of sight when I found it. I shot and wounded him. While Glenn took a bullet in the spine, it was meant for me. He did not survive. There's a pause. This is not the first person to die in his place, he goes on. Titus, Fat Angus and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Elaine and the young musician, Eugene. I forget his name. They're all that's left. Titus is dead? Yes. Nod. You're bleeding out. I think you wanted to warn me. I think you said something about your wife. And you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got the jump on me. Thank you. Although, I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crandall took him. The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. A stray bullet killed Depoldo. And that's what happened. Titus is dead? Yes. He pulls on the cigarette intently. I thought you only smoked one a day. This is the one. And the Major? He's in a private hospital across the river. Crennel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. There's unveiled anger in his voice. I'm glad that I got that and performed it with that as well. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is, he's not coming here either. I did some damage. How many casualties on the Union side total? 5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. There's a pause. And Titus. And that's all. It's a total shit show, Kim. Yes, officer, he says calmly. 6 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The mercenary tribunal is neutralized. The worst scenario is not yet materialized. And he smiles. We are still alive. Both of us. He did not expect both of you to survive once you stepped into the middle of those 2 armies. He's smoking, he's hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has a medicinal purpose. How bad am I hurt? Pretty bad, officer. You've suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder blade, luckily missing your lung and heart. The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. He points to your leg. No major arteries were nicked, but the bullet had to be removed. A bacterial infection was treated with mercurochrome. Can I walk? We will see. If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you're gonna have to become a psycho locomotor. I'm a psycho locomotor. Good. You'll need to be whatever that is. Has anyone from my station been to see me? No. Are you hurt? Not very. He rubs his chin. I have a concussion from the major beating me with the butt of his gun. I try not to move too much. Things would be worse, much worse, if you didn't warn me. There's a pause. Thank you. I didn't see him coming. Stupid of me. Has anyone from my station been to see me? No. A man and a woman sit in a front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean-Vic Marais is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole. They don't care about me at all. I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They've told me they sent officers to join you on site. Odd, you haven't seen any, have you? There's a pause. I'm sure they're worried about you. That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here? If they were worried about me, where are they? I don't know. That's between you and them, he thinks. If not my station, then who treated me? I did. Thank you. No need. Okay? Get up. We're gonna fall over. No? Easy now. The lieutenant turns double again. The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes. Huh? An orange hue of pain. How are you? I feel fantastic. Let's rock. He nods. Ouch. It's not ouch time yet. You just got a Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off. Dramamine, then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad. What happens now, Kim? I honestly don't know. You don't know? We can't talk to Egrat. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling. The Wild Pines representative? Yes, Joyce Messier. On the boat, you know? She could have helped us. It's clear the mercenaries were working for Wild Pines, at least partially. He looks out the window. It's a little late to enlist our support now. Ruby's gone, and Classia too. We should really have arrested her, you know? Wait, you checked? She's really... Guards confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man? I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It had better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. The fucking Maybells. I want to go through, like, basically all of this. This is because I'm a Laputa Madre Peony, isn't it? Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revisional West are his peonies. Even if you are, it's not a decisive factor in this case. That does make some sense. The fucking Maybells, Kim. The flowers. What? Yank it out and show the dried piece while it falls to pieces. This one, remember? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything. He's wrong. No, Kim, every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case. Okay, he concedes, clearly not meaning it. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out. I don't know. He rubs his neck. That's been there for years. The goddamn footprints! Yes, he says. God curse the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Ah, diable. There's still a 26% chance the shot came from a distance. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. A light nod. A light nod through some pain. I agree with this. What else? See? There's that. You can do ballistics. An antique bullet from Belle Margrave, 44.6mm. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be? It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullets useless. There were all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era. We could find 1,000 more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them. They seem so mysterious. I'm just going to say nothing. There's a little pause. He says nothing as well. The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not over. He doesn't know what to reply. He looks out the window, then back to you. It's morning outside, you think. You know what I think about solving crimes? He arches his brow. The ceiling fan spins patiently overhead. Solving crimes is hard. It is very hard. He sounds surprisingly weary. The concussion must be making him dizzy. You're not ready to give up, are you? No. There's a short pause. Are you ready to limp? I'm ready. Good. There's a pause. Where do you want to limp? The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics. Also, it's just close enough to endure the work. We should check Classy's room upstairs. Why not? He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot. Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Disco Elysium. Thank heck Kim is alive. I'm so... That would suck. That would like... that would really ruin my mood. I know it's just a game, but like they get you invested in characters, you know? And I really, really, really like Kim. My name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Disco Elysium. Whew. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.